So I'm having this issue here with Maya. I'm trying to work on a walk cycle, and here's the cycle that I'm working on. Wow, Maya does some weird stuff when this Camtasia thing's recording. Anyway, that's not really playing smooth, so let's get that out of there. We're trying to get back to the perspective view. I'm working on this character that I rigged in Anzovin's setup machine for games. So this controller, or this world controller, is to control the gun right here. Now the soldier's referenced in. He's a reference file. I've referenced him. And the gun is a reference file. But one of the things that I did is I connected the gun's world transform to the soldier's world transform. I constrained them. I parent constrained them so that they both move at the same time. So also there's constraints for the hands to constrain to the gun. I think those are the only constraints. Oh no, I constrained the gun to follow the chest. So what's happening, this is the strange thing that's happening, is if I select a control that has some animation on it, I'm going to go into the graph editor, and let's say that we frame the rotate X, and this is what's odd, is that the curve there looks straight. And so if we actually zoom in on the curve, zoom in on it, it gets straighter. But I'm not using linear curves. I'm using plateaued curves. So the curve itself looks straight. It looks, and this is one of the odd things, is that the curve appears to, it changes. The closer that you get, it goes into a point where it actually looks like a regular curve. It looks curved. But as you zoom in on it, or zoom out of it, it goes straight. It gets this straight profile. And I can't view all of the curves at once. Let's undo that. I can't view all of the curves at once in their curved appearance. Only as I get in closer and closer, which doesn't really do me any good. So I was just wondering if anybody had ever seen that before, where the curves actually take on this straight appearance. Now this is the only file that happens in, is in this referenced file where I have this character referenced and also the gun referenced, and I've constrained them together. Now I know that, for instance, I think it's Kyle Figgins, F. Riggins, or I've been to his website and I read up on constraining, what happens when you constrain references. And apparently that's not something that you want to do. I'm going to attempt to fix that in the master file. I'm going to constrain the gun to the model, to the character in another file, and then call that the master file, and see if that doesn't fix the problem by turning this file that's referenced into a file that already has the gun connected to it outside in a different file, and then bringing it all in together so that within the animation file where I'm beginning to pose and animate, that I don't actually make the connections inside the file with two referenced pieces. So I'll take the original rigged character and constrain the gun character to the rigged character without using referencing, and then reference that in and see if it fixes the problem. But I was wondering if anybody else had ever seen that before. So that's the problem that I'm having, is the curves go straight, and I've never seen that before. I've been working for about a week to try to resolve that issue, reading articles and just trying to grab any information that I could, talking to people about it. So now I'm posting that in hopes that somebody might have an answer to what's causing those curves to look like that. And over here in my view, I don't have show results. I don't have show buffer curve. Uh, I've checked infinity and the classic toolbar, so I haven't really set anything up to make the curves do that. I can't make it do it in any of my other files. So has anybody seen that? Let me know. Thanks.